Aid Tai Chi Re'el Uppa I'm Feel Part Blessed Kashim. God sees you completely. Every tear you cried when no one noticed. Every prayer you whispered when words were hard to find. Eind and Tit or Levopia Part Blessed TM. Every moment you wondered if your faith was strong enough to keep going. We often think being seen means being applauded, promoted. Ntirela Warpile Part BS Tiny M are understood by people. But God's kind of seeing is deeper than that. He sees the parts of you that are hidden. And Techi Rai Ly Pi Fel Part Blessed TCM. The pain you don't post about, the questions you're afraid to ask out loud. There were times in my own life when I felt invisible. Antessa Arielawa PIFL Part BSTM, like I was doing the right things but nobody cared and nothing was changing. I thought, God, PMFL Part BSTM, do you even notice how hard this is? And what I learned is this, Antech Irelianfal Part Blessed just because people don't recognize your struggle doesn't mean God has missed it. In fact, Raril and Pi Ethel Part Bila STM. Scripture shows us again and again that God often chooses to meet people in places where they feel most unseen. Hagar was running. Anteshi Rael Papa full part blessed, broken, rejected, and alone, yet she encountered God, him the God who sees, not the God who judges, not the God who ignores. Antier Ileo wine Pi FUL part, Belestium, but the God who sees. And that same God sees you right now. He sees your effort even when the results are slow. He sees your faith. And Tor Elopai Amphil Parapi, lest even when it feels shaky, he sees your obedience even when it costs you something. You are not overlooked in heaven. And Te Relawaipa Amphil Part blessed to them. Even if you feel overlooked on earth, God's eyes are not scanning the crowd trying to find you. He is already focused on you. And Tekirel Ipai Amphil Paras, blessed TM. He knows your name, your story, and the exact place where you're standing today, and his awareness of you is not passive. When God sees, and Tikirel Pi and a full part blesses Tem, he also cares. When he cares, he gets involved. And when he gets involved, things begin to change sometimes around you. And Te Rael and Pi and Fuel part, but LSTM, but always within you. Sometimes the hardest part of walking with God is accepting that the process takes time. We want instant answers. And THE or E upon a file part BSTEM. Quick breakthroughs and fast relief, but God is far more interested in who we are becoming than how quickly we get there. And THERELYPAFL part BLST. I've learned through experience that if God gave us everything we asked for the moment we asked, Radaful Piaful part bless STM. We might arrive at our destination spoiled, unprepared, or unable to handle the responsibility that comes with the blessing. And Tishirariel Wipalf El part bless Tashnam. There were seasons in my life when I felt delayed, stuck in the same place while others seemed to move ahead. I prayed harder, ANFY part, Biastistem tried more. And questioned myself, constantly wondering what I was doing wrong. ANTERIER L waffle part, Balesteski. But later I realized I wasn't being punished or forgotten, I was being prepared. God was working beneath the surface. And teacheriel apply and fuel part, Bilesis teachiem, strengthening my character, healing my inner wounds, and teaching me how to trust him when nothing around me made sense. And teachi roll alapi amful part, bless STM, just like a seed has to stay buried before it can grow. Many of our greatest transformations happen in places that feel dark, quiet. Lalaway por AF bol part, bol estum and uncomfortable. You don't see roots growing, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. In those waiting seasons, ANTHERLWP and full part, BSSTM, God is developing patience, humility, endurance, and qualities we can't gain any other way. The process stretches us, exposes us. BSSTM, and sometimes frustrates us, but it also protects us. ASHRELOI pale part TM, it keeps us from stepping into things too soon and falling apart under the weight of them. Painafuel part BSTM, what feels like a delay is often God's mercy at work, making sure that when the door finally opens, Orelpa Amphiol part, blessed team, we're strong enough to walk through it and stay standing. Andiati, RLI, PFL part, blessed team. Learning to trust God where you are may be one of the most challenging yet freeing decisions you will ever make. And Techi Raelp FL part, BSTHEM. We often tell ourselves that once things change, once the pain eases, once the breakthrough comes, then we will have peace and joy. Payanafol part, BLSTM. But God doesn't ask us to trust him only in the future. He asked us to trust him right now. ANTE Railway PAN fuel part, bless TM, in the middle of unfinished stories and unanswered prayers. I remember times when I spent so much energy fighting the season I was in. And Techi Rail Payal File part, bless SM, complaining, worrying, and trying to rush God that I completely missed what he was doing in me. Antari umpipal pal part BLSTM. And God gently showed me that resisting the season only made it harder, but surrendering to Him made it lighter. ANTHURLNOP AM feel part BSTSHM. Trusting God where you are doesn't mean you like everything that's happening, and it doesn't mean you stop believing for better. And THC part blessed TAM, it means you choose faith over fear, gratitude over frustration, and obedience over emotions. When you trust God in the present, PFL part blessed TM, you stop measuring your life by how fast things are moving and start measuring it by how deeply you are growing. Part BSTEM. Peace begins to replace pressure, and hope starts to rise even before circumstances change. Full parts. God's presence becomes more real than your problems, and His promises become stronger than your doubts. As you take small steps of faith, part showing up, praying anyway, doing the right thing anyway, you'll discover that God has been walking with you all along. Part bidding you step by step, even when you couldn't see the whole path ahead.